Hi there, in this video we are going to go over how to solve inequalities and translate inequalities for our quiz coming up. So this is our review for it. So number one says Daniel had $25 to spend at the fair. If the admission to the fair is $4 and the rides cost $1.50 each, what is the maximum number of rides Daniel can go on? So we're going to start off by saying let x equal the number of rides, because that's what we're looking for in this problem. And here is our equation for that. So it would be $4. That's how much the admission is. And then each ride costs $1.50. So he's spending $4 plus $1.50 per ride. And that is going to be, if he only has $25 to spend, then he can spend less than or equal to $25. He can't spend more than that. So your inequality is 4 plus 150x is less than or equal to 25. Then you're going to subtract 4 on both sides to get 1.50x is less than or equal to 21. And now here you would divide both sides by 1.50 to get x is less than or equal to 14. Then we need to come up with an interpretation sentence that goes with the inequality. So our interpretation sentence here would be that the maximum number of rides he can go on is 14. Alright, number 2 says the 7th grade class is putting on a variety show to raise money. They have $700 to rent the banquet hall that they're going to use. If they charge $15 for each ticket, how many tickets do they need to sell in order to have at least 1,000? So we're saying let x equal the number of tickets. And let's start with our inequality symbol. At least 1,000. At least 1,000 means 1,000 or more. So we're using the symbol greater than or equal to 1,000. If they already have $700 and they are charging $15 per ticket, then our inequality is 700 plus $15 per ticket, or 15x, is greater than or equal to 1,000. So we're going to subtract both sides by 700, and then we get 15x is greater than or equal to 300. And divide both sides by 15, and you get x is greater than or equal to 20. So for our interpretation sentence, we are saying they must sell 20 or more tickets. You could say a minimum of 20 tickets. You could say greater than or equal to 20 tickets. Any of that works. Alright, number 3. Trinity has $1,000 in a savings account at the beginning of summer. She mows lawns and earns $5 an hour. She wants to have no less than $300 by the end of summer. How many hours should she mow lawns for? Alright, so we're saying let x equal the number of hours, because that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the number of hours that she must mow the lawns for. Then for our inequality symbol, she wants no less than. So that means that it has to be greater than or equal to greater than or equal to 300, because it says no less than 300. So we're saying greater than or equal to 300. And now for our inequality, if she has $100 already in her account at the beginning of summer, and then she earns $5 per hour, we're saying 100 plus 5x. So now subtract 100 on both sides, and you get 5x is greater than or equal to 200. I'm just going to continue solving this on the side here. So 5x is greater than or equal to 200. We're going to divide both sides by 5, and we get x is greater than or equal to 40. So now for our interpretation sentence, she must mow for a minimum of 40 hours. You could say greater than or equal to 40 hours or more. Any of those would work. All right, number 4, we have a salesperson makes a steady amount of $200 and an additional $20 per sale. The salesperson wants their paycheck to exceed $500. How many sales must they make? So we're going to say let X equal the number of sales. Okay, and then we're going to start with our inequality. So the inequality has to be exceeding 500. So we're saying greater than 500. She already makes $200. She already makes $200 and an additional $20 per sale. So we're saying plus 20x. Alright, and now here we're going to subtract 200 on both sides. And we have 20x is greater than 300. I'm just going to continue solving it over here. So 20x is greater than 300. In order to solve for x, we're going to divide both sides now by 20. And we get x is greater than 15. And now for our interpretation sentence. The salesperson must make more than 15 sales. Alright, number 5 says which statement is modeled by 2p plus 5 is less than 11. So let's go through each of these and try to determine which of those statements is modeled. So the sum of 2 times p, which is just 2p, and 5 plus 5 is at least 11. Well, at least, the symbol that we would use for that is greater than or equal to. So this one would not work because we need greater than or equal to. 5 added 2, so 5 plus the product of 2 and p, so we're multiplying 2 times p, so far it's good, is less than 11. Well, here's a less than symbol, and less than 11, so actually our answer is B right off the bat. And anyway, as we go down, this one says at most, so that means it has to be less than or equal to. And then this one says is 11, that would be an equation. So that's why our answer would be B here. Alright, number 6, it says which statement can be modeled by x plus 3 is less than or equal to 12. So let's go through this. Sam has 3 bottles of water. Together Sam and Dave have at most 12 bottles of water. So at most means 12 or less, which actually goes directly with our symbol here. So the answer is right off the bat A. But let's go through the other ones just to make sure and just to see why the other ones aren't correct. So Peter has 3 baseball hats. Peter and his brother together have fewer than 12 baseball hats. Fewer than would mean the less than symbol. This is a less than or equal to, so that's not the right answer. For C, it says the bag has 3 red marbles and some amount of blue marbles. The bag altogether has a minimum of 12 marbles. A minimum means 12 or more. Here, this symbol is less than or equal to 12, so that wouldn't work. And then D says Jack studied 3 hours today and some amount yesterday. He studied at least 12 hours. So at least, again, means 12 or more. This shows less than or equal to 12. Alright, so our answer for this would definitely be A. Alright, and now for the other side. This is the translating inequalities. So 2/3 of a number plus 4 is greater than 12. Alright, so 2/3 of a number, so we're going to call it x. And just so we're clear, right? Of means multiply. That word directly translates to multiplying. So 2/3 of a number, 2/3 x plus 4 is greater than 12. So we're saying greater than 12. We're going to subtract 4 on both sides, and we have 2/3 x is greater than 8. And I'm going to continue solving it on the other side. So 2/3 x is greater than 8. Here now we're going to multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 3 halves. 3's they cancel, 2's they cancel, you're left with x is greater than. Well, so first you do 8 times 3, and then you divide it by 2. So 8 times 3 is 24, divided by 2 gets you 12. And now here, that is our answer. X is any number greater than or equal to 12 for number 7. All right, for number 8, 11 less than 5 times a number is at least 199. So we're saying 11 less than. This is super, super, super important. Everybody gets this wrong. 11 less than, that goes at the end of your statement. So 11 less than is the same thing as saying minus 11. So we have 5 times a number minus 11 is at least, so at least is 199 or more. So greater than or equal to 199. Okay, we're going to add 11 to both sides, and we get 5x is greater than or equal to 210. If we continue it on the side here, we're going to divide both sides by 5, and we get x is greater than or equal to 42. Number 9 says the product of 4 and some number added to 2 is at most 10. So the product of 4 and some number, so 4 times a number, added to 2 plus 2 is at most 10. So at most means less than or equal to 10. It can't be more than 10, so it has to be less than 10. And now we're going to subtract 2 on both sides, and we get 8 on the right is, then we have 4x is less than or equal to 8. In continuing to solve this, we're going to divide both sides by 4 to get x is less than or equal to 2. Alright, in number 10 we have the quotient of some number, so I'm going to call that x, and 2, so x divided by 2, added to 5 plus 5 is no more than 11. So no more than, it can't go, it can't be more than 11. So it can't be 12, can't be 13. So we're saying less than or equal to 11, because it could equal 11. It just can't be more than that. So we're going to subtract 5 on both sides, and we get 11 minus 5 is 6, and we have x over 2 on the left. So now we're going to multiply both sides by 2, and you get x is less than or equal to 12. Alright, so I hope this helped you go over this review for your quiz on Monday. Thank you for watching.